It's going down like this, motherfucker.
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was horn. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Say that, nigga. Shit. Bar, bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog need. Slap Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean. Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and...
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand.
Joe V. He looked down, seen his feet, the nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air. My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously, in no time, switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher?
Yes.
You're a philosopher?
Yes.
You're a philosopher?
Yes.
You're a philosopher?
Yes.
I think very deeply.
Dance with me.
Oh, yeah.
Dance with me.
Oh, yeah.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you...
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Don't know me, what it
mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line. I mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line.
What's all that noise? What's all that noise? Oh. What's Was
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
Used to snort cocaine, now I beam for the check, yeah.
Doing the styles on them like it's common. Doing the styles on them like it's common sense.
That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is. That's the difference when you're my.
I think we OD'd. I think we OD'd. I think we OD'd.
Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. Got the heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the deuce. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the deuce.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode, because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Do that dance, baby, do that dance, let's work it out.
Lean and buck, lean, buck, lean, 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 lean and buck, lean, lean and buck, lean, buck.
Hump, baby.
Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only galactic daddy-o welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe.
And you know I always start with my favorite part of the show. Like a man working hard, taking his cold lunch to work. And as I like to start most shows, we have Great Lakes motherfucking Elliot Nest. So pop them if you motherfucking got them. And the favorite Killian's Barrel Glass. And as you look at this, you really think that you could be like me right now. You wish that you could be like me right now. You wish you could be 62 in this greater health, this sexy, this fine, this strong, this athletic, and be 62. And died on me last night, or the night before. We doing it with the Unicorn Luca, and we're still on these herb. I don't know what I call these motherfucking vegan. What the fuck does that mean? gummies. Probably got a lot of bullshit in here. Now, I'm one for looking at the shit is in there, but the shit gets you high. So, oh, and while that's percolating, we are doing it in 3D with the Blondie, which is, for Clint Eastwood when he played Blondie in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Blondie Acid, or it should be Acid Blondie. So we're going to open it. I wonder when they sell single joints like this. Like if you could just buy Autorey roll joints, like, you could still do blunts. I remember I moved in one apartment. I put the blunt man out of business. The blunt man was getting his weed from me. This nigga was the first dude who really started selling blunts for $5. I moved into the apartments, and I'm doing a pound a motherfucking day. And yeah, the blunt man had to come to me to get his weed. He's like, oh, like, damn, you put the blunt man out of work. He's like, man, you moved out here, everybody come see you. Well, there's a reason for that. And I've never smoked one of these motherfuckers. I haven't smoked a cigar. Ooh. Maybe 17, 18, somewhere in there. Maybe 18 to summer 18. I damn near had a heat stroke. I was trying to smoke my cigar and it's hot. My daughter and I was doing something and fucking man, I think I almost had a heat stroke. Like, and I ain't smoked a cigar since, but I chew the fuck out of them. So I don't know, I don't know. Oh, this motherfucker. Oh, you motherfucker. You cutting off on me. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to start the show with the obvious. So, I've told my story. I've met a lot of people in my life. Sports wise, college wise, I've got the opportunity to meet some really, really great people. And yeah. And so I saw this the other day and I was like, well, I got a couple more things to do, but went back out there and I had to get to Curly Neal. This week was the first time I found a Curly Neal in a double X. And still, it probably could be triple X, but again, this is one of the oldest teams, especially for brothers. And I know, the Jewish faith family it started, well, a group of high school guys called the Savoy Five is what really started them. And, the Harlem Globetrotters was based out of Chicago. A lot of people didn't know that. But, I was looking to see, I would have never, I found the hat. The hat was just such a cheap deal. It was like $5, $7, $8 to get the hat. Now, I got this a long time ago. But I've been looking for Mr. Neal's, and I call him Mr. Neal because this was one of the nicest guys I met. And if you don't know Curly Neal's, and what I like is the back of the jersey say Curly, and that's kind of cool. But I call him Mr. Neal because he lived in Greensboro. And I was fortunate enough to go to his house. I knew some people that knew him. But I would always see him. Now, I want to say this. Even though I didn't play college basketball, I played college intramural basketball, but I worked out all the time in basketball. Like, soon as the football season ended, and what was fucked up is I broke this finger the last week of practice. I broke it in motherfucking hooping. Stuck my hand in there for a rebound and it caught that finger. So I broke it the last week of practice. But there was a smaller gym, the old gym in A&T, and I always, between classes, I go in there and just put in work, get a couple thousand shots and just put in work on my dribbling and work on everything. And I would almost daily see Mr. Neal.
Like I would almost daily see him, and I would always tease him, but like, let's play some one-on-one. He's like, yeah, my legs can't take it. And so, one day I was like, you got to shoot a jumper at least with me. You got to shoot a jumper. I see you almost every day. You got to shoot a jumper so I can say I played with you. And he started laughing. He's like, okay. And so he shot a jumper and he started laughing. But he was a very nice man that I met out of all the people. And then so I wear this jersey in honor of him because he was a very nice dude. He really was humble. He had time for everybody and just a nice dude. Of all the people I met in the sporting world, I really hold him in pretty high regard because he was a nice dude to me. And the people I saw him move around, he was cool with everybody. So, and what's cool is, the people that make the Negro League jerseys also make this. So it came with this cool card of him, cardboard card, maybe fibbered. And it says, Harlem have shaped the modern game with their style and soul. They broken, blah, blah, blah. Collection honored these legends. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Curly. Which is fucked up. And, this jersey was originally 100 bones. And I got it for $36. They got white ones like these now. They got white ones. They made new colorways. And they got the shorts. And the shorts was more in the jersey. And I was like, yeah, I'm not paying $50 for them. Then when they get down in the middle of winter, they gonna get down. And I could play pickleball in this kind of gear. So, but this is kind of cool. For $36, all the stitching and the work that it takes, this is not bad stuff. All the Negro League stuff I got, it's not bad stuff. The hats are all cool. So, I wanted to give that out. Wanted to give that out. That is my love to Mr. Neal. I don't think Mr. Neal is with us anymore. And, I told the story before. Mr. Neal had a chance to play or tried out with A&T, and A&T cut him. So he transferred to Johnson C. Smith. And, if you ever look at, what Curly did is Curly took a lot of, Marcus Haynes started the dribbling and sliding across the floor, which the Globetrotters still do. Marcus Haynes invented that, but Curly continued it. Curly continued it. Matter of fact, remember, Curly was on cartoons and everything. And so Curly dribbling, sliding on the floor, more people could relate to that. Again, to know those Globetrotters, you still got to be kind of old. Because them, I first saw the Globetrotters in 1968 at Western Michigan University. That was the first time I saw them, 1968. My father wrestled a bear at halftime. That was the first time I saw Mr. Neal. They came to Western. The place was packed. Make no doubt about it. The place was packed in 1968 featuring Curly Neal and Medlark. The place was packed. And Western held about 11, 12,000, I think, at that time. And, Curly's known for his ball handling. A lot of the crossover moves. A lot of the precision ball handling, comes from, I'll say where they didn't. Now I know that Pete Maravich had to be influenced by the Globetrotters. It's obvious, but I wonder what they practiced, because they really didn't push that on how how Marcus Haynes, his ball handling, Curly Neal's ball handling. None of what they practice lives with us, and that's sad. Sadly, what Pete Maravich practiced still lives with us. A lot of the ball handling drills come still from Pete Maravich. So, but obviously, he was impacted by them as well. And that's an aspect of ball handling that Magic, Bob Cousy, but you can see Bob Cousy's influence of behind the back passes. Again, he tells freely. He gets it from the street yards of Harlem. He gets it from the Globetrotters. And remember Bill Cosby's story, because the NBA wasn't as popular as the Globetrotters. At one time, the Globetrotters was the most popular basketball team in America. And so Bill Cosby tells, he went to maybe Philly because he grew up in Philly. Maybe it was in Philadelphia. Maybe he took an hour to New York. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was at one of the two places, and it was a doubleheader. The first game was the Globetrotters. The second game was the NBA. He said, packed to see the Globetrotters. Next NBA game, everybody started leaving.
So they weren't as popular. And even before the NBA became the NBA, when they started having, world championships, the Globetrotters showed you they could do both. And, Sweetwater is a movie you all should have seen. You should have supported Sweetwater, and it tells you a little bit of the history of basketball, a little bit. When they had to really play, they could play. But when they had to do rims, and we know Connie Hawkins played with the Globetrotters as well as, Wilt Chamberlain first and then Connie Hawkins. They paid Wilt a tub load of money, and they took Wilt around the world. And they only played the one season, because Wilt only played sophomore and junior year, I think, of college. I only think he played 2 years of college. In his senior year, he went to the Globetrotters, and they had a thing where you couldn't play, you couldn't go pro till after your senior year. That was later adapted. So I got that out the way. Just wanted to shout if you was wondering, that's why. I know this nigga, and he was a good nigga, and that's why. So what's happening, Mr. PJ Allen? And I know you always take care of y'all.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
And I want to know that.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the
I'm doing the Cosmic Slop, baby. I am doing the Cosmic Slop. And I know he's definitely got to have.
Got to have vision.
CWE, what's happening? And I know you definitely got to have.
Got to have vision.
And on the Galactic Patio, we doing the.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the Cosmic Slop.
I am doing the Cosmic Slop. Iron 5, what is happening? And I know you got to have.
Got to have vision.
And on the Galactic Daddy-O, we are all doing.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the Cosmic Slop.
We are doing the Cosmic Slop. What's happening? Thank you for joining. Let me see where I won the Miami game. Yes. I won, not Miami. I won tonight. Let me see. Where's the games? I know I wrote it all down. Oh, it's on the. Think it. There it is. Yeah. So I won that game, and they, it gave up 9, and they covered. Damn, what was that final score? I didn't fuck with this over and under, but it was 43. What was it, 18-24, right? $43, so under. End up being under. Yeah, so it's 42? Yeah, the nigga number, 42. So the over and under is 43. So they covered, and it was under. So I won that one so far. We'll see how it goes this Sunday. We will see how it goes this Sunday. Oh, that's right. That's some old George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic. I watched them sing that. Michael Hampton singing all of them, seeing all of them sing Cosmic Slop, and all of them sing doing Maggot Brain. I saw Kid Funkadelic do Maggot Brain, and I saw Kid Funkadelic play Knee Deep. And remember on the extended version of Knee Deep, that's just him. On the extended version, you on the extended version, you get a Felipe win. Make you want to do it one more time. This move is grooving me. That's Felipe win. Something about the music, it's always in my pants. And then you hear that. He comes in. Then he goes. He goes. Not just knee deep. She was doing the knee deep when she gets a freak with me. And Michael. Kid Funkadelic comes in. Oh, and then he goes. Oh, yeah. Not just knee deep. extended version when he plays that. Oh, that solo he gets is one of the best ever. One of the best ever. So yeah, Cosmic Slop. That's an old one. You got to really be into funk to know Cosmic Slop. That's one of their old ones. I guess I'm gonna mess around. So Buffalo defense didn't look the greatest, but again, the Bucks ain't that good. They made Miami, who sucked last week against New England, they made them look good. Not as many turnovers. I'm going to quantify. I'll tell. I watched halftime at the restaurant. We was at the Cricket Pint, and we were having dinner. We was out doing what motherfuckers do, and we had dinner, and at the Cricket Pint, and we watched up till halftime. Then we went to Target and grocery shopped. Watched the game while we was grocery shopping. So I got back in the fourth quarter. So I couldn't give you a full evaluation because it was kind of moving around out and about. But I watched all the fourth quarter and I watched all the Lakers game. I watched all that game. So I don't remember who played the early game on ESPN, but I watched all the Laker game. So I had a good time with that. And then tomorrow, two games on ESPN. But remember, it's the World Series. So, I'm going to have the ESPN games on. And matter of fact, because it'll probably be on split screen. So I'll probably have a split screen. But I'm definitely highlighting the World Series over the beginning of basketball. World Series, beginning of basketball. World Series is up here. As far as me being a true sports fan, it's a championship compared to the first couple games. So it's a must for a sports fan to watch the World Series. So I'll be on that tomorrow night. I usually don't come on Friday night, so I doubt that I will. Since I'm coming on this night. I like that a little better. It was a mild day here. Looking at the long range forecast when I get married next week, it's supposed to get cold. Check. Let me show you the temperatures. Because up here we be having to watch that shit. You go to bed and it might be 100 feet of snow outside. Where is it? So right now it's 53 degrees. So it's going to be, but later today it's going to be 54. So that's like today. It was 62 today. 62, but rainy, foggy, but still 62. So tomorrow's really going to drop. Saturday it's going to be a high of 34, but we're going to have the first freeze of the year. And for people that grew weed outside that's budding right now, this is when you would pull it up. You generally would pull it up during the first freeze. Like if your shit's budding and everything, you would pull it up during the first freeze. And so Sunday 36, Monday high of 35, Tuesday high of 35, Wednesday 37, Thursday 31. And on when I get married, so it's going to bring in a warm front next Friday, high of 46. Next Saturday when I get married, it is going to be a high of 49. So outdoor pictures is going to be fine. When we go out there, I think we're taking pictures at 2, 3, because it's daylight savings. Next Saturday is daylight savings at night. So when you wake up Sunday, so time is going back. So we kind of gain an hour of partying actually. So it's looking good for taking pictures and shit. The storm didn't knock all the leaves out. A lot of leaves are still on trees because that's what we was kind of, hoping for, that some of the leaves would still be on the trees. And because it was such a drought up here and we got hit with, all that like 3 inches of rain one night a couple weeks ago, it kind of laid the trees, stay alive, not go to sleep. Because that's what the trees do. When trees, when they let go of their leaves, they go to sleep. They're not feeding anymore, That's why it's interesting with old trees. They be the first, when it's warm, they be the first to start budding. It's like, fuck it, especially the tree I used to live by, I called the mother tree. That one was like, fuck it, I got so many buds that if I lose some, if it gets cold again, that's all right. I'm starting to feed. It's getting warm. I want to wake up. But that's what they do, and they ain't even got to pay. They ain't even got to pay, and they have great lives. They live in, it's better for them to live in communities. That's why when you see them plant trees, they usually plant a few because they need something to communicate, their own kind to communicate with. I mean, it's deep if you study like that. That's why, trees, I'm one of the few that talk about tree world. This was originally what this planet was. It was a tree world. And I've talked about that many times, how, the trees went up into space. When they try to talk about the trees that are, what do they say? The trees that turn into crystals and shit. These old trees, they say some of them could even turn into silicone. These trees are so old, petrified is what they say. But I mean, these trees, they may even be younger trees. But there was one time that this was tree world. It was truly tree world, and trees went up to space. And were they able to live in what we call lower space. And, I've said many times, I mean, look around you. And the Europeans came here, they destroyed all the native trees, the trees that was here. They killed them almost all. And I mean, literally, they almost killed them all. I mean, you look around you. There's no old trees around you. Like they put, the down in Mayo Clinic, the dude who Mayo planted a tree 100 years ago. That's 1920. That's 1920. Okay, one tree, 1920. But there's no ancient trees around anyone. I mean, deep California, some mountainous areas, but for the most part, in middle America, Midwest, East Coast, there's no trees like it used to be. And all the basic trees that we see today is from conservation. Because, the only way that the planet could strike back at Europeans was, they gave them that sand. It was like, okay, you fucked up the land because you don't appreciate it. Land's going to fight back. And all that farmland turned into sand. What they called the Dust Bowl. I mean, just look at your world. Oh, my goodness. You forgot about the World Series. That's Nephilim. What's happening?
Got to have vision.
And up on the Galactic Patio, we are definitely...
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
We are doing the Cosmic Slop on the Galactic Patio. And we have Joey. What's happening?
Got to have vision.
To be up with me. And to be on the Galactic Patio, you definitely got to...
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slop.
We're doing the Cosmic Slop. Maybe the country parts. I don't know. I'll say this. We got sequoia trees out here in Eastern California. Yep, you sure do. It's only parts. Yeah, it's only parts. It's a famous picture of a 400-year-old tree, and they cut it down. This European is proud because he bought the land illegally, and he really think, like it was such, But yeah, and there's redwoods, but that's it. And those used to be everywhere. I mean, old ancient trees was everywhere when they came. And that's one thing that, no matter where the Indians came from, the middle, the middle Indians, these areas and wherever they came from, the ones that didn't come from the East Coast, was pushed in this area, They left the forest pretty much the way they were. When they would go to build a home, they would use old wood. They would use wood. Tunneled in from
from the dirt in South Africa. All right. Thank you for joining me. Smook who? Smoke.
My bitches.
Sorry about that.
Got to have vision.
And on the galactic patio, you always got a.
Would you like to
They named them after the Europeans. Well, that's no surprise. That's no surprise that they did. I don't know. I think we have to be proud of the world. We have to be proud of the world, that the world is not being tricked by them peoples. That's what we have to be proud of. And the world is stunned because them peoples think that, every time they say something, the world is supposed to feel sorry for them. They have gotten our laws so bad where you can't even talk about them. You can't boycott them. You're terrorists if you want to boycott them. Remember that? That's in our laws, that you can't even boycott them. They'll prosecute you because you want to boycott them peoples. Or if you organize, they're going to hit you with the economy terrorists, economical terrorists. So that's the beautiful part is that, and it's funny, like Fox and all them conservatives, you see who really runs them. Them people run them. And that's the problem I have with Fox. Them people run them. These same conservatives, for any other viewpoint, should view with the melanated side in this. But nah, they all with them peoples. Well, do you love terrorists? One point of view. So, is this the thing that's going to divide the country? Like I said, I said this last night over 24 hours ago when I did the main thing. I already did it and I moved on. And, I'm not going to give it a whole bunch more. But again, we know what it's trying to push. Just the whole scene that we see and the type of weapon that we use, it makes us think that this is real and fake. Because we know that is the weapon they fear that we have. No matter, this is the only president that ever threatened a country with bombs, atomic bombs and jets. What did he say? The people don't have atomic bombs and they don't have jets. He was the first president to really ever threaten the people with atomic bombs and jets. So as I told you, it's just like, Planet of the Apes. That's how they feel. If they ain't in charge, they would rather destroy everything. They really would try to blow up the world if they can't be in charge. And that's the real end of the world. That's the end of the world that they talk about. That's the end of the world the Bible talks about. Them not being in charge. That's what they're trying to tell you. If they ain't in charge, this is what's going to happen. Demons is going to come and they're going to start. No, we getting rid of the demons. That's that. We want the end of the world the way they see it. To get rid of y'all. So is this the thing that... It was interesting, like watch Mandela and his opinion about Palestine. Mandela says, we with them in Arafat. He even said Arafat because he said they have the right to be there and they have the right to defend themselves. Now, he did go, he kissed ass. He was, what is that one cross? The Knights of, he got knighted, he's a knight. But what he said is, Israel has every right to exist. Okay, cool. They stole that land. The British in America gave them that land. Okay. But he said they have no right to attack these people. These people have the right to defend themselves. So that's why I'm with it. So I don't know. I'm turned in from the dirty South. Tuned in. Okay. Down in Alabama. Montgomery is really pretty. They can't imagine a world without them being in charge. No, that's the end of the world. To them, that's the end of the world. If the elite and whatever aren't in charge, the wicked that they are, if they're not in charge, to them, that's the end of the world. Because they can't see a world without the wickedness on it. That's the way they look at it, the wickedness. The wickedness of the world, they if that is eliminated, that to them, that's the end of the world. And what did they show you on Planet of the Apes?
If one European can't rule the world, they blow the world up with an atom bomb. Isn't that what it came down to in the Planet of the Apes? It was only one European left. And because he couldn't rule, he had to blow the whole world up. Reset. I think that's what he's trying to tell you. He had to reset this world. But that's their attitude, Planet of the Apes. If they can't control, they would try to poison everything. They would do the Vlad. They would want to starve everyone, poison all the water, and just watch everybody die while they also die. Because that's what they would put in motion. If they was dying, they would try to make sure everything died that they knew. And that's the kind of creatures they are. They're those kind of creatures. That's why, like they said, in Matrix 1, a virus. They're a virus. They destroy everywhere they're at. I mean, look at Europe and all the places that put the virus out. I mean, you want to do your homework. I'm not going to do your work, but you look up all the places that put the virus out. And then, those that put the virus out became kind of the virus themselves. We don't excuse them. But we do praise Queen Isabella, because she put boot to ass. We love Isabella because she put them in the rack. She said, be like me or we putting you out or worse. And she's the only one who really went after him. Inquisition was against them peoples. That's it. They went to war against the Moors. So you can't say the Inquisition was against the Moors. The Inquisition was against them peoples. Now, telling the whole story, Inquisition was against our people too in America. Because they conquered under Inquisition. Let's remember that. I mean, the dude who's Pope now was one of the last one of the Inquisitor generals. That's a position I think they just recently did away with. But he was an Inquisitor general. So they put boot to ass to them motherfuckers. They put boot to ass to them so bad that it's like y'all need to slow down. Y'all putting boot to ass to them too much. And what did they say? They people that never worked the land. What happens in the gold rush? What is Levi jeans? They the canvas for the house, for the clothes. They canvas for tents and shit. The pans, the picks. That's what them peoples went out there with. They didn't try to make money digging. No, that ain't what they do. They make money off others. Again, if you look at what the Matrix calls it, a virus. They make money off others' work. And that's the history. That's not hate. That is the history. When the gold rush happened, them peoples was not in their minds. They was selling stuff to the people that was in the mines. And Levi Strauss, can't deny that. Look who was selling the picks, the shovels, all those kind of things. It was them peoples. So them peoples are shocked that the world that's turning kind of a cold shoulder towards them because they know enough is enough. Roll Tide, definitely, I can dig that. I like the coach. I like Saban. He used to be at Michigan State. He's I think Saban went to Maranovich. He used to coach the Lions. I think him and Saban went to school at Northern Michigan, maybe, or is that the Michigan State coach now? I forget which one. Which one used to be up in Northern Michigan? So, I mean, I imagine there is debauchery. I didn't really look a lot up. I've been gone most of the day. I went to bed about 4 last night, so wasn't up all night. Oh, brother Nick was on. Okay, get down, Nick. I got to watch Nick when I get off. Oh, this shit was bad. I was listening to somebody's playing R. Kelly, singing "Your Body's Calling." Man, yeah, R. Kelly, man, honey love. You remember when R. Kelly and Aaron Hall was like neck and neck, who's the better one? Shit. When R. Kelly put out Honey Love, there was no doubt who was better. Was it R. Kelly or the Nasty Man? And Honey Love just, R. Kelly was the shit. Give me that honey love. Give me that honey love. Oh, honey love. I remember my son told a group of people, he's like, I know what my dad wants. And everybody's like, what? He was like, he wants that honey love. My ex was like, this little motherfucker. We definitely don't need this. We don't need this, but this is this is a little bit of debauchery, y'all, and we don't need this. But I'm gonna play this bit. We don't need it. We don't need it, y'all. We don't need it. Okay, this is kind of funny, but okay, I'm gonna let them explain it. Remember where I'm at. I'm gonna let them explain it. Let's go.
Them and the feeling.
Well, the deer hunting season is this week for a special group of hunters. We're talking.
All right, you know, I haven't heard him talk yet, but look at his face. Look at his face. I see some wonder. I see some wonder in this dude's face. I ain't even heard him talk, but I'm seeing wonder. But let's go.
About hunters with disabilities. Now, to give you some perspective here, the DNR last year gave out roughly 1,900 disability permits to use with a crossbow, another 560 to shoot a gun from a standing vehicle. But these are just the permits, right? In some cases, these hunters really need a lot of extra help. And that's where organizations like Capable Partners comes in.
Every day is a good day.
A good day in the woods begins with a few steps. Richard
right.
Dibble's step.
All right, let me show you my point, what I've been telling y'all. Okay, look at here. This is a perfect example of how they had to regrow shit. Look at this vast amount. You see how all the trees about the same size? One point they was growing shit around these empty places. They was using this for something else. But do you see? This is land conservation. You see the trees are all the same size? There's no super old trees. They're all the same size. These 20, 30, 40-year-old trees. This is woods. But you can tell these was openings at one time. Do you see my point? But this is not my point. But let's go.
Few steps, Richard Dibble's steps, are delicate, deliberate, determined.
Okay. If this nigga is going to be in the stand all day, why does he need all this magenta? Why does he need all this magenta if he has to only shoot from there? Like who's going to shoot up in this box where he still needs all this in the box? Like you usually wear this when you out and about, not in the box. But okay, somebody, they taking advantage of him, but let's go.
I was in a real bad automobile accident back in 2018.
His search for a spot in the woods all began at a spot.
See, I told you he had some wonder in his eyes. Let's go.
On the road.
I hit a icy spot, and I put the truck into the retaining wall.
5 years later, he's hunting outside of Cambridge with 6 other hunters, each with their own.
Okay, do these niggas need the guns? We just see a story and they talk about anti-guns. Now they talking about giving these disabled people guns. Now I'm for it. I think everybody needs a goddamn gun. But, we got a thing on one side that says, we people don't need guns. But look how bad the gun owners want their guns. I mean, he wants to shoot something so bad. They in wheelchairs and he wants to shoot something. Man, see, these are just Europeans, but that's not my point. Let's go.
Disabilities.
We need help to get out to the end, do some of these outdoor things.
Steve Schoeneman.
I do.
Is with an adaptive hunting organization called Capable Partners.
If I was injured in a downhill skiing accident.
This nigga looks blind. Is he blind?
30 years ago. And it's enabled me to get out into the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and different outings.
And he's far from alone.
We got quadriplegics, and we even have blind individuals.
Okay, so they all give a blind motherfucker a gun. Let's go.
all for the love of hunting and the pursuit
I don't want to be around the blind motherfucker with the gun.
of their own lost horizon.
The Minnesota DNR has more than 1.3 million acres of wildlife management areas all across the state. Beckleen Homestead here is just one of those larger areas where they're really working to have more adaptive hunting.
Organizations like Capable Partners have come to the DNR saying, hey, we want to host an accessible hunt. Do you have a property we could do it on, and can you help us? And that's how a lot of these hunts that have happened for, I think the oldest ones have been 30 years.
Sounds like there's a lot of deer in this area.
Dibble is one of 280 members of Capable Partners.
Okay, this nigga is in the box. Why has he got all the camouflage in the box?
Would imagine 60 to 70 deer hunters are getting out. And so it's amazing.
All of them sighting in on an adventure.
Now, we got all that up going on up in Maine, gun control, but do you see how they feel in the western part of the country? The western states, we like, let everybody have guns. Let even blind motherfuckers have guns. Blind motherfuckers can have guns too. Even a motherfucker with a head injury, he can have a gun. Everybody gets a gun.
She's down.
And all from a spot in the woods.
I'm just glad they can get out and enjoy hunting as much as I do.
I was able to get a good shot at her.
Come and join, because you will definitely have a good time.
Thank you.
They're gonna let me do it. I don't like motherfuckers. Is that my disability? I don't like motherfuckers. So let me shoot some shit, because I don't like motherfuckers. I see my main man, Jamar 3224 is in. And we know you got to have
vision.
And on the Galactic patio tonight, we are doing the...
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
We are doing the motherfucking Cosmic Slide. What's happening? Oh, this is more.
Hey,
More. What is this? Shelter family experience facing unprecedented need. I got an unprecedented need. Okay, let's unprecedented need. People got unprecedented need. Let's see what the unprecedented need is, y'all. I don't think this is debauchery, but let's hear what she got to say.
Starts. You should know that one of the biggest shelters in Minnesota says it's seeing an increase in families needing them right now.
I need them.
Here's Carla Holt.
Like most parents who experience homelessness along with their children,
I felt alone.
Demetrius White remembers feeling overwhelmed, even lost.
It was a very stressful, very scary thing.
But back in 2018 and again in 2019, Demetrius and his then 2-year-old son made their way here to People Serving People, an organization that walked alongside Demetrius as he was diagnosed and treated for mental illness,
Depression, anxiety, and everything.
Help. And that
All
walked
right.
alongside Demetrius.
You know what I don't like seeing is I don't like seeing this pyramid, and I don't like seeing it there. It's a drab color. And too often places like these feed off the desperate and the hungry. I told you we have a demon, and it's a red demon. We have a red demon that operates, it's called Mary's Place. And she's a demon, and you know, she feeds off the pain and suffering under the guises, I'm feeding the homeless. But it's a demon that's feeding off that pain and suffering. But let's go. Let's go. He was mental illness. Okay, let's hear it. It don't look like he missed any meals, do it? Now, his clothes is, you know, this could be homeless clothes. This is Family Dollar-ish kind of clothes. So, you know, but his twists look fairly new. You know, that looks fairly new. He's trimmed fairly new. And, I mean, he don't work hard. I guess that's why they homeless, because he don't work. I mean, look at those hands. These are soft hands, but let's go.
When people has done for me, how they've been there for me and my family.
But today, People Serving People is seeing more families than ever before.
It's really challenging to see what's happening with families, you know, in community, and just to see the demand be what it is for our services right now.
As interim CEO of People Serving People, Jake Gale says the shelter is seeing every one of their 99 shelter rooms filled every night. Some of the factors behind this reality are familiar.
But really, everything is working against families right now. From the economy to local housing inventory to systemic racism, which drives a lot of what we see around us. 94% of the families that People Serving People serves are Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Racist.
Why is that? There's more Europeans here than anybody. So why is it that the niggas had a hard time finding it and the melanated people have the hard time being homeless when there's more Europeans? So I'm wondering about this because, again, this looks like it's on the north side, but that's odd. There's again, melanated people, or if you call them Black, out of we are the 16th biggest city, 16 million people. No, excuse me. We're the 16th biggest city in the nation. We have 3.5 million people. The number of melanated, or what you would call Black, is basically around 250,000. There's almost 500,000 Hmong here. So it's something, I think I broke down the numbers. It's something like 2 million Europeans in this area. So the numbers would tell you the opposite, that it shouldn't be that many melanated homeless people compared to Europeans. So the story being told is told from one side of town. Because if you're homeless and you can stay on your side of town, you're going to do that. Because that's where all your help is. But okay, let them tell it.
Inflation affecting both the demand and the cost of their outreach, and the lack of affordable housing persist as problems. But Jake says so does the end of pandemic support programs more than a year ago.
They've seen, the need for shelter go from what it was during the under Minnesota's eviction moratorium to what it is today. What that translates into is a lot of trauma, a lot of loss for families.
But amid those challenges and the fact once a family experiences homelessness, it's harder to secure a home, Jake still sees hope.
The first thing that gives me hope are our families. The families who are serving here at PSP are among the strongest and most resilient and inspiring people that you'll ever meet.
Wanted to help. I always wanted to be a helper.
People like Demetrius, who today is working as a fellow at People Serving People, helping to guide other families.
We're giving you this information to empower you. What you do with it is your choice.
Okay, nigga, you ain't missed no meals. Okay. Chris Mathis, what's happening? And you got to have
vision.
And on the Galactic Patio, we only do one dance.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slop.
That's right, we are doing the cosmic slop up in this motherfucker. So I know it's not debauchery, but it is still, it doesn't add up. It doesn't. Oh, y'all. No, where is it? Oh, this is here. I gotta show you this. You want to see this? I know you do. I just saw this earlier. You might want to bring your children here to go see this bullshit, but I'll show this. And this is not oh, here we go. You guys really, this is, you guys need to see this. You really do. You really need to see this. So I've got to show it.
Were you dreaming this morning, specifically 1970s Malibu?
I like that. And now I'm thinking of the Mamas and the Papas. That's a good song. Let's check in with our Shane Wells, who is giving us a first look at the Malibu Barbie Cafe opening tomorrow in Bloomington. I know you are in hog heaven.
Look at her. She's ready to go.
What could go wrong, guys?
Oh my. Oh.
Look at this style.
She's upright.
Yes, she's rolling.
Derek, come on. Derek.
Come on, you got this. You got this. You got this.
Alrighty then.
We got this. Okay.
Just letting the good times roll, you guys.
Yes.
I'm actually my heart's actually beating a lot there.
We did it.
We did it.
Okay.
Derek Berry assisting me, VP, Head of Experiences, Bucket Listers, and you have brought Malibu Barbie Cafe to Minnesota at just the right time. We thank you.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this experience.
Well, welcome to Malibu Barbie Cafe.
Thank you.
And like we said, we're going to bring the California vibes.
Okay, like, why is this Halloween makeup around his eyes? Like, why these dark rings? I mean, when you get blowed out, this can happen if you get blowed out. It'll give you these dark rings, but like, what is this? This is a raccoon mask? Like, what kind of creature is this? Like, look at his eyes. Like, what is this? Like, why? I mean, maybe he'll explain why he got the raccoon eyes. I don't know.
To Minneapolis. This is just a 360 moment, all senses Barbie. We are serving food, we're serving drinks, there is Instagrammable moments, there is skating, as you can see, and it's just fun, you know? You look at the food and the first thing you think is, wow, that is Barbie. There's confetti pancakes, you know, root beer floats coming out in Barbie Corvettes, cupcake trays on boats. So we really wanted everything you did when you walked in here, from the time you literally look at this massive pink building we put in the middle of Mall of America to the time you sit down.
Okay, it looks like magenta. That's magenta right there. That's magenta. Now that's pink, but magenta is light air. So we say, what do we say? Magenta, magenta. The beast loves magenta. So anytime we see all this magenta, we know the beast is involved. But let's go.
To just be encompassed in Barbie.
Yeah, this was like a sports cafe in the past, but you wouldn't know that. Every single surface has been covered and redone. And this was a quick turn. I mean, this is something you guys launched in New York and LA, or is it New York and Chicago?
New York and Chicago.
Sure.
Yep,
like before the movie even came out, and then now here you are expanding that.
Yeah, well, of course, Barbie has been around for years and years, and the movie only added to the excitement. So this, you know, it's going to help live much beyond, but for right now, we're having a lot of fun with the excitement around the movie. Sure. You know, Barbie, like I said, it's been around for years, and to bring something to life that is so iconic and it's just so lovable, it really resonates with people, and there's no better place than a place where people come to have this kind of fun.
This is true, because you can look out the patio and see the lights from the Ferris wheel. So we are in the south side of Nickelodeon universe. So you're going to hear the screams and the coasters and the fun that's happening, which actually fits the Malibu vibe very well for some reason. And then,
so if I'm not mistaken, that's down there by the Ninja Turtles. This is probably where the Hard Rock Cafe used to be. That's what I'm guessing.
Of course, you're probably wondering, Shane, where's the Barbie box? Guys, it's upstairs. So this is actually 2 levels, really big space. You should make a reservation ahead of time. You can go to bucketlisters.com to do that. You'll pick out the food that you're going to eat as well, so you don't have to waste time looking at menus once you get here. You can try to walk up, but that's a risky move because you said things are already pretty booked up.
Book in advance if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to see that bullshit. I almost went to the Mall of America tonight, too. But it was so rainy and foggy, and we got our bullshit done. But yeah, so if you come here, you can go see that bullshit if you so motherfucking desire to see some Barbie bullshit. But, you know, I might go in there tomorrow and let you know, because I am an adventurer, and I love the Mall of America. It's one of my favorite adventurer places to go. I give it 2 years. No, it ain't gonna make that. It's about 6 months, 6, 7 months, I'm thinking. It ain't gonna make it to this summer. But, you know, Barbie 2 is probably got to be made. You know, they got to go to Barbie 2. Somewhere pretty soon is going to be Barbie 2. So, what the fuck is that? So, you know, it's probably going to live a little longer. I'm going out. I think we're going out there tomorrow, though. I don't know. I think everything we need might be at the outlet. So, I don't know if we're going. Who is this? Who is this? Eden Prairie Brothers Living Football. When is this? 11 hours ago. It's not debauchery, but it's like, you know, niggas doing their thing. Do your thing while I do my thing. You know, sports is my thing. And so I've got to be in the holder of the infinite ball game. I want to hear about brothers. What happened? What does a brother do for me?
In sports, it's one thing to dream of doing something big in your life. It's another thing to go out and go get it on your own.
Okay.
For Chidi and Nnamdi Obiazer, that's exactly what they did, making coaches who originally slept on them wake up and smell the flowers.
Within moments of hopping on a Zoom call with Nnamdi and Chidi Obiazer, you notice they do what a lot of brothers do.
All right, who's the better brother? Who's more athletic? Who's the better football player? I gotta ask.
Me, of course.
They compete.
Yeah, I definitely got him in basketball, that's for sure. I would say he's kind of stiff, though. He don't really got like that You know, he can't play receiver, none of that. He's just kind of stiff. No, I'm the big bro, so like I already know all of his tricks and stuff. It don't work on me.
As kids, Chidi and Namdi dreamed of playing Division I football, but both understood how hard that could be coming from Minnesota.
Most of the kids don't get any offers, and if they do, it's usually just South Dakota, North Dakota, not really into the big time Power 5 offers.
Chidi saw firsthand. Namdi says he was overlooked in high school, forcing him to go the junior college route.
And, you know, were there times where you're like, did I do the right thing?
I kind of felt like that was just the plan and just had to stick the course and then just kind of keep working until it worked out.
Eventually, his hard work came to fruition. Namdi was a TCU Horned Frog.
Namdi Obiazor makes a big-time play.
Now, the ball was in Chidi's court.
Having that conversation with my mom about graduating early, she wasn't sure if she wanted me to graduate my senior year early and go Kent State early.
Reluctantly, Mom agreed.
Over here, we got K-State, so they're the Wildcats.
Meaning she had two boys from Minnesota playing Division I football who just so happened to play against one another this past weekend.
As a parent, you know, you can wish those kind of things for your kids, but
This is an ugly bitch. I hate to say it, and you know, let's make no mistake about it. Where was it? Where was it? Okay, this big head nigga there. This is not a nigga. This is an African. By their names, you should have known. This is an African. Look at his features. This is not American. This is the African. As I said, we got, what is this? About 100,000 Africans in this area. Now, he doesn't look Somalian, but these is Africans. And not killing him, you know. He got an ugly bitch. I mean, he couldn't help it. You know, you looked at him and this is what he was able to produce. Let's go.
So they're the.
So they played against each other this weekend. Let's go.
As a parent, you know, you can wish those kind of things for your kids, but the individual child has.
She was ugly when she was young. I don't care what you say.
To want that for themselves.
Coming from a family of athletes, Lori Obiazor says her and their father always saw this coming, and so did a coach of their dad.
They basically said, you know, it may not even be your son or even your grandchildren, but at some point, somebody's really gonna, you know, go far athletically.
From Eden Prairie to Kansas State.
Well, let me say this about my daughter. My daughter's grandfather played for the university. You know, my ex's dad played for the University of Minnesota, and her daddy played college football at North Carolina A&T. So what is odds that my daughter's going to do something? She's already doing it, you know. She's already, Dr. Sinister, what happened? What's happening? What's happening? I'm sorry. Did I already give it to you, Dr. Sinister? I don't think I did. Let's give it to you again. I don't care if I gave it to you now. I'm going to hit you again.
You got to have vision.
And here on the Galactic Patio, we definitely doing the Cosmic Slop.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the Cosmic Slop.
Oh, what are we doing?
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the Cosmic.
You hear him in the background, they're going, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Would you like to dance with?
Ooh, ah. Yeah, Kenyan. Yeah, that nigga looks like he was a Zulu warrior. He was in the movie Zulu. Now, damn, this is where they played? Damn, is this where they played? Because my son played here. Damn, it looked bigger. This is like Michigan. Like, these stadiums here ain't shit. Compared to Michigan, look at this little shit. Yeah, my son played their championship game here. This is a couple $1 million board, though. This board got TV, you know, but look at these stands. Like, my high school shit go up here. You know, my high school is all this on the bottom, but up there, up top. And this is what the visitors sit on at my high school. And this is the home side. I forgot it was this little. And again, they playing soccer. Well, they can play soccer here, but they'll play soccer and baseball in there. In the dome. And some high schools dome their field, you know, but that they've domed the practice fields, the soccer fields. Yeah, so well, I've been on an hour. I'm going to do some unboxing. Yeah, I think this is, you know, unboxing
Bring its
time.
ring. This will be a good time to think about
I'm going to do some unboxing. So where's my knife? What can a brother? Your body's calling for me. Oh, R. Kelly, your body's calling for me. Oh, that R. Kelly is deep. Oh, R. Kelly, give me that honey love. Give me that honey love. Give me that. Oh, I love R. Kelly. Damn. Damn, y'all don't want no honey love no more. Look at this. Ooh, is it shaving still? Ooh, damn, shaving still. What about the tomahawk? Does the tomahawk still shave? God damn, it still shaves. Damn, he hit a nigga in the neck with this. It ain't gonna be nice. But anyway, I'm fighting it with a box right now. So I'm unboxing. Waited all day to do the unboxing. What can a brother do for me? I didn't know which way to. How did it go? I didn't know which way to go. Now I feel like I'm the star of the show. You can't run away from my love. There's no place to hide. I'm hitting you with some barcades, baby, barcades. Let's see. You know this dulls your knives. Cutting paper dulls them. Oh, what do we have in here? Damn, what do we have? What can a brother do for me? Ooh, they give me 20 and 25% off. Thank you. Right the fuck on. I went through Champs. And they give me 20% off of my next order. Right the fuck on, Champs. And here's the box. It says, Move to Zero is Nike's journey towards zero carbon and zero waste to help our planet. You see the box. Oh, what does the bag say? This product is made with at least 20% of recycled content. I don't know what that means. Oh, look at the box. And then you get to look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, what does that say? Air Jordan 38s FIBA edition. What can a brother do for me? Oh, what do we got here? We have the Jordan motherfucking 38s. Ooh, Jordan 38s. Look at that. This is what I'm getting married in. These cost just as much as a lower price of Gators. Gators about $1,800, but you can get some Gators for lookalikes for $200. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing with my tux, baby. Tux. Everybody's wearing white shoes, preferably Jordans. I think my daughter's wearing her Cons, but this is what I'm getting married in. And I'm probably gonna get some pickleball play out of these too, because this stuff keeps you warm. And what they did is, instead of making the all mesh shoe, and then this is kind of Jordan 10s, 11s, you know, the way the eyelets are. And this says made with at least recycled shit. Okay. I ain't mad at that. But that's what you got. Jordan 38s. My son's like, the only Jordan that legitimate is the ones he played in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This is what I'm wearing to get married, nigga. I'm wearing this in my Calvin Klein tux. Yeah. My Calvin Klein tux. Yes. Yes. So I admit the box ain't nice as some of the boxes. so that's the unveiling. I'll let you know. I'm gonna have to wear them for a minute. I'm gonna have to wear them because I'm gonna have to dance. I'm gonna have to like my girl can't really two-step. So when you can't two-step, this is the simplest thing you do. You just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 when you slow dance, but you make her move, because she can't take them steps. Ooh, slide back, turn. But that's okay. I've got plenty of experience. Well, thank you guys. So they got some blue ones that don't come out until November. So I would have got the powder blue too. I still want to get them. What is that shit called? Where's my phone at? And I saw how they ain't selling, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying these today. But I'm still gonna get because they're $200 on $210 on the Nike. What is that shit called? Took a picture. Where's it at? Gotta be down here. Am I going up or down? Up. No. Okay, this is all right. Wrong way. All right, these are called Air Vapor. Yeah, I'm getting these. These are. I ain't buying them today just because I was looking like, oh, they're gonna have these. Because I gotta buy my son a pair. Air. What are these called? Air. Was it plus? Where the motherfuckers at? Yeah, I'm getting these. Yeah, these are only at the outlet. These motherfuckers right here only at $159. You see here they're saying 210. They might be out of sizes. No, they still got my size. Okay, this is what they. Let me see what they. Yeah, okay, this is the price right there. See, this is cheaper than the outlet. And who's selling this? This is Dick's. Shit, I might order me a pair of these tonight. Dick's can get me these, the white ones. What's the black ones? Shit. Okay. So, they're matching right now. They're matching that. They're cheaper than the outlet. The outlet is this is the same price, $156. Yep, this is the same price. So I'm getting a pair of these. I was gonna get married in these. I might go get these motherfuckers. I might order these motherfuckers tomorrow. But them the next ones. And then the purple LeBrons. I'm getting the purple LeBrons too. LeBron 21. I'm a shoe junkie. I can't help it. It's like, I be thinking about it. I gotta get them shoes. Gotta get them. Shoe junkie and shit. Oh, but these days it's funny. Like all of a sudden the Christmas commercials, it's like ain't no more Halloween commercials, ain't no more Thanksgiving commercials. It's like fuck everything. We need this Christmas money. As I talked about last night, no more bell ringers because, you homeless people put the bell ringers out of business, which they should have been robbed 100 years ago. As soon as the bell ringers went out there, people should have started robbing them. Surprising they didn't get robbed sooner. Because they just getting that free bread that who's it help? It helps executives. Anytime you look at most of these charity places, it's all about executives. Look at Bono. He's one of the worst. It helped executives. Didn't help the peoples. So what time is it? Because I ain't going to stay up forever tonight. But the Lakers look okay. You could kind of see they had it fixed. Why didn't Booker play? Why was Booker out? Anybody know why Booker's out? Why didn't Booker play? I guess I missed that part. Because I didn't see that part, why Booker didn't play. Damn, he's cold-blooded. Why be so cold? Blooded. Why be so cold? Blood is just funny. You look at world events, they want to talk about one thing. And it's funny, as I said before, I'm the only one that talks about it. The buy. You know, the my doesn't like being called the my. It wants to be called the MI. It wants to be called the AI. It doesn't want to be called by its name, but its name is the my. Before even the AI was even invented, the word my was out there talking about this thing and the possibilities. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. The full moon is Saturday, so I might come on late just for a little while tomorrow because the full moon is tomorrow. Well, let's look. Let's look. Next full moon, which I believe is tomorrow. There we go. The next full moon happens soon. Everything we know about the Hunter moon in October. The end of October is treating sky watchers to a heavenly sight, the Hunter moon. If you're heading out Saturday night to join the Halloween events this weekend, gaze up at the sky. It's a beautiful celestial you won't want to miss. On the next moon will appear at October 28th when the moon is fully illuminated opposite of the sun in its orbit around the Earth. The moon is also in a partial lunar eclipse, according in perfect alignment of the sun, Earth, and moon results in the moon passing the only part of Earth's umbra. October's month is also called the Hunter's moon, but the name can change from year to year. Hunter's moon, according to Old Almanac, is the first full moon that occurs after a harvest moon, which is around the autumnal equinox. This means either September or October can take the name harvest moon. Either October or November can be the harvest moon. The last time we had a hunter's moon in November was in 2017. The full moon follows the harvest moon. It's always called the hunter's moon. This is the time when game fattening is up for winter and provisions are needed for the long, cold months ahead. The moon has also been called the falling leaves moon by the Anishinaabe. What is it? The name, believed to originate, a call for hunters to venture out in preparation for the colder months ahead. Farmers have reaped the fields during the harvest, allowing hunters to better chance of spotting fattened deer and other game. The best time to see it, let's see, moonrise for the Indianapolis area should happen around 6:50. So it's going to be actually on Saturday. So it looks like it's going to kind of hit Saturday night. Okay, and then, coming into Sunday morning. So that I might just not come in tomorrow, actually come in Saturday like I normally do. Yeah. Is there a full moon on Halloween? There won't be a full moon on Halloween this year. It's a rare occurrence. Experts say this happens only once 18 to 20 years. The last full moon on Halloween was in 2020, and the next one won't be to 2039. I'll be an old pimp in 2039. Damn. After the hunter's moon would be the beaver moon and then the cold moon. So yeah, I'll come in. I can stay off tomorrow and come in my normal Saturday for that. They sat them out to fix the Lakers up for the win. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. That did what it looked like, because I was wondering why he didn't play. Again, I was watching the football game, so I was going back and forth. Magnets off. NBA turned the magnets off, and KD is slower. I'm glad he cut his hair close, so the BB shots ain't there. At least to cut his hair, but he's I don't know. What's this? Common 4 phases of the moon last quarter, full quarter. Okay. Oh gosh. This little boy is celebrating 2 years after he got hit with a stray bullet. Wow, that's a celebration. Celebration after being hit. I don't know about that, y'all. Minneapolis man reflects on weightlifting journey of competition. This is a big old motherfucker. Let's see who he is. Weightlifting big niggas. Let's see. Let's see who he is. How long is this? Oh, this is short. This bullshit out of here. All right. Let our favorite couple tell us about it.
David Schumann shares how he hit rock bottom before reaching the heights of the Mr. Olympia competition.
5 days before leaving for the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding competition,
it's the Super Bowl of bodybuilding.
Charles Griffin is working on his arms.
This week we can still improve, so I'm still pushing the limits this week.
This Minneapolis gym has been his home base for years. It'll be the third time Charles competes at the pinnacle of the weightlifting world.
Charles, the California State champion.
But he says this one is what he's been building towards since he took up the sport.
My mom passed away in 2012, and I like to say I was on like death row. Oh, drugs, alcohol, everything, man. You know, I was riding my motorcycle 160 miles per hour, drunk, on cocaine. Bodybuilding took me off death row and gave me life again. It put happiness in my life.
It also gave him structure, discipline. Charles lifts 6 times a week for at least an hour. He eats 5 to 6 meals a day, mostly.
Yeah, when that nigga was getting high, that nose could snort a lot of cocaine. That is a big ass cocaine snorting nose. So he was high on cocaine. He had a vacuum cleaner on his face for cocaine. But let's go.
And rice. He calls his body its own advertisement for his personal training business.
I walk around, everybody look at me like I'm a circus animal or something, like, wow, look at this, look at that, you know. I love it, man. You know, I love it because it shows my hard work.
Charles doesn't believe he can win Mr. Olympia, but the hope is for a top 10 finish.
This is going to be on at 10 o'clock news, and I'm going for the top 10, so it's all working. I really enjoy the whole moment and really put my body on display like I know how to.
In Minneapolis, David Schumann, WCCO News.
Okay. They didn't show the nigga. I guess that was the nigga where? On the phone. They didn't really show what he looked like fully. Okay, I guess, is that this nigga here? Is that him? Because his forearms ain't very big. His forearms don't look that big. Yeah, his forearms lack. That can't be him. Look at his forearms. Well, I guess they look a little bigger here. But when he's lifting, they didn't really look too big. Oh, where was that picture of his forearms? Maybe that is him. He's an ugly dude, though. I'd like to see his hoe. God damn. I'd like to see his hoe, because that is one ugly dude. But, yeah, he's a big muscle-bound head. Yeah, steroid, no doubt. He's definitely a steroid head. No doubt about that. That's very obvious. That's very obvious that he loads up. I'm not going to show this, but this.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone.
Suspect killed while trying to rob $40 from food truck, family says. Now, this is an old story, but damn, he got popped doing some stupid shit. Yeah, they want you to keep chasing that. He was a suspect to some shit. I'm not going to read that shit. Give me that honey lime. Give me that honey lime. Give me that honey lime. Oh, I should have heard that this morning. Your body's calling for me. Oh, R. Kelly. R. Kelly. I wonder my man is, where's my man at? I might play, I got a piece. I'm going to play a little bit of his stuff. So. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of my man, Ancestor Production. Please forgive me and if you don't mind, I'm going to let the people hear your good work because I got to take a break.
I would. After time.
I got to take a break. This is my man, Ancestor Production, so I'm going to let him chop while I go to the bathroom. So give me 5 and 5.
I don't play him. I felt a sense of inspiration. Here we see the title, Joe Biden, Tool of Zionist Bloodlust. And if you've been watching the news, I don't know how anybody that watches the news could have avoided it. Biden has allowed the indiscriminate bombing of the Palestinians and the murder of innocent men, women, and children for a period of days now.
with over 1,000 deaths of children. It's sick. But if you saw the other short video I put back up today, he's a self-proclaimed Zionist, so we should not be surprised by that. There is a global shift in progress. The Zionists are, metaphorically speaking, shitting their pants, and they should be, because their days of blanket deception are over. They're never going to be able to tuck it back in. If you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I've been on this subject for a long time, been way ahead of the curve. I tend to have that about some circumstances and situations. I've noted before that the government used to pay Dr. Claude Anderson for his foresight. I suspect they wouldn't want to pay me because what I have to tell them is that the racists are fucked. That's what the future looks like. The brown and black world is coming, and we see hints of that if you look at the global resistance to the murder of the Palestinian people and the marches that have taken place all over. And this includes a lot of young European people. See, the young people have information. They can't be indoctrinated into the Western myth of supremacy, and particularly the lie that the West is a moral entity, when it has not been. All one need do is look at history book to know that. So who are the main manipulators of the public perception for the Zionist regime? Politically, we know that AIPAC is highly influential. And I want to read off here something from Kevin McDonald, whose work I've referred to frequently regarding that. And this is from his Culture of Critique synopsis. Begin quote, "Just about 2.4% of the population of the country is Jewish, but they spend very large amounts of money to influence who has a say in the U.S. government about what American policy towards Israel should be. The buying of policy by campaign contributions is corrupting our country in every way, not just around American Israeli policy. It has crippled our ability to be an honest broker for peace in the Arab-Israeli conflict. The two-state solution is dead, and Palestinians have no state. Anti-American positions in the Muslim Middle East are driven by this, have been for decades. Zionism is not synonymous with Judaism. Too many Americans do not understand that their homeland state, Israel, and their religion is damaged by that confusion. The Holocaust was not an excuse to inflict brutality and murder on Palestinians and steal land. The right to exist of Israel is ironclad in American policy and should be, but the repressive, brutal policy of Israel toward Palestinians is not. Capitol Hill is Israeli-occupied territory. Pat Buchanan, a Republican conservative that includes FBI and U.S. legislature. Do some research, my friend. Banks, insurance companies, and politicians are controlled by an entity that is an outsider. Remember when Israel was caught spying on Trump during his presidency? The news died in a matter of hours, and nobody was held accountable. The Israel First crowd, an American citizen is shot by the Israel IDF, and not a peep out of the U.S. We give Israel $3 billion plus in aid annually, and what do we get out of the deal? We pay for their settlements. We pay for their high standard of living. What a shame that America is held hostage at every level of government by AIPAC, a notorious fifth column de facto lobby for Israel, a foreign government. Additionally, isn't it disturbing that some so-called U.S. citizens are members of this cult-like organization that will vote on a candidate for office based on the candidate's allegiance and subservience to Israel, a foreign government? In my opinion, if a person is a U.S. citizen, they should always put the interest of America over that of a foreign government. We might not be conscious of it so far, but the Israelis have not only wrapped up Palestinians like in a spider web, but slowly we are feeling the web spun around our freedom as well by these same group of people. On the McLaughlin group, Buchanan claimed Capitol Hill is Israeli-occupied territory, adding, if you want to know ethnicity and power in the United States Senate, 13 members of the Senate are Jewish folks, or from 2% of the population. That is where the real power is at. End quote, within quote. Keep in mind, Kevin McDonald's career was destroyed for doing a thorough and, in my opinion, objective analysis of the culture of the...
If you want to watch more, check into him. His name is, and here I'll make sure you guys get into this. Sub to him. This is him. Ancestral Productions. Ancestral Productions Online. They took away his other channel, but this is his channel here. Joe Biden, Tool of the Zionist, Bloodlet. bloodletting. So, tool of the Zionist blood. So, maybe I'll play a little later if I decide to go drink another beer. But right now I'm cool. Right about to go to bed. but yeah, Joey, Ancestral Productions. That's some good work. That brother puts in some good work. So, you so desire to search that, well, the brother puts out that good work. It's funny. It's two places you can always go to in this debauchery: Texas and Philadelphia. It's debauchery in Philadelphia like every night. People killed, people shot. It's like, wow, why would you even want to live there? I don't get it. Why would you want to live there? No, what is my cousin, George Macon? And he's a distant cousin, because there ain't too many Macons that I ain't related to. Because they either come from Alabama, Mississippi. So, where is it? I just saw it. CBS Philadelphia. They always got debauchery up here. It's like they fuck with people the most up here. Here we go. Oh, they're ready to get right into it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this look. What do y'all think? That shit there, I don't know, hon. I don't know. But look at the hand gesture. You see her allegiance. Okay, let's go.
More than 1,400 people died of a drug overdose in Philadelphia in 2022. For perspective, 516 died from gun violence. In September, Philadelphia City Council voted to ban what are known as safe injection sites, a major blow for advocates who say these sites could help prevent death.
Now remember, they tried to put these up during Obama's administration, and Obama's people went in there and tore them down.
In our region. Tonight, we talk with those for and against these sites, including someone experiencing addiction firsthand.
Well, I'm going to tell you my own opinion firsthand. I live near the richest Indian casino. Mystic Lake these are the richest Indian niggas, no doubt. The richest Indian niggas is out in Mystic per capita. They make the most. They have the most successful Indian casino. Now, when I lived in Prior Lake, which is where part of the casino is technically in Prior Lake, Shakopee, Prior Lake. But anyway, I would get a paper and they would always tell the crime. So like somebody would drop some meth and some kind of way they'd catch the person who dropped it. They were always busting in rooms where people, would get meth and want to smoke meth in the hotel room. And, after reading this for years, I came to the conclusion, why don't they have an area where people would smoke meth and not be hassled? Because think about it like this. All people want to do, and why they do meth, because they want to gamble all night. So they go do their hit of meth, they come back to that machine, and don't let me get on to what a machine is. If you gamble on the slot machine, do you know that slot machine is geared, everything about that slot machine is geared to get you addicted and have a relationship with it, other than fucking it. Everything about the colors, the sounds, everything, they go in to entice you to become addicted to this machine. Now, those of you old enough, the old machines, was a little better. You could just, and you could cheat on them. But this new idea of, again, like the stupidest shit in the world is my gambling, my craps. That's, you got the computer shooting the craps. Come on, that's some bullshit. And the same with roulette. But all the colors, everything in that machine is psychologically made to make you addicted to it. But I'm gonna let them tell the story and then I'll get back into that. Let's go.
I knew from back home, if you wanted to get drugs and you want to get them cheap, Kensington.
3 times a week, Steve, who asked that we don't share his last name, takes a train from Lancaster to Philadelphia to buy drugs.
I started off with heroin, but now it's whatever it is, xylazine, the tranquilizer.
The 46-year-old is one of thousands experiencing drug addiction in our region. What would you tell somebody who says these people don't want help?
I hate living like this. I hate living like this. And it's so hard for me to build up the courage or the strength to ask for help, you know, to go to a place and to go through the sickness. This isn't a way to live. This is a terrible way to live.
People do not want to be out here.
Destiny Campanella is director of the harm reduction program at Unity Recovery, a community-based organization in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
I've watched it get progressively worse and our drug supply get even more potent and volatile, and even more people die each and every year.
That's why she's been pushing for safe consumption sites in the city for 8 years. She says in addition to saving lives, it keeps people from using drugs on the streets and saves money on ambulance runs and ER visits.
People have access to like wound care, case management services.
Now, you know, I gave the scenario. So what you have is you have a drug room where they can safely go. And, you know, you have Narcon there. And so, you know, it's like Bobby would come in and he's like, you would tell him like, you know, Bobby be getting that good shit. So Bobby might, you know, we start seeing Bobby go out. Bobby comes in the room, Bobby cooks it up and he shoots it. And Bobby goes and all of a sudden Bobby's eyes go into the top of his head and Bobby goes in cardiac arrest and the Narcon brings him back. Everybody claps. You brought Bobby back. Is that what we need? Is that better than letting them just no Narcom on the street? So, okay. Let's let them tell it. I'm going to go.
Clean tools like syringes. It comes to treating people with dignity and respect and just humanizing that person so they can come in, have a safe space just to even just like hang out, talk with a person. If they do use and they do experience an overdose, they will be brought back with naloxone.
In 2020, the nonprofit Safe House tried unsuccessfully to open a safe injection site in South Philly. The organization is now caught up in a civil suit over the legality of the sites.
Let's deal with addiction.
Councilman Mark Squilla represents Philadelphia's 1st District. That includes Kensington. In September, City Council passed legislation to ban these supervised injection sites in certain neighborhoods and recommended a city-wide ban be put in place.
I think that the long-term answer is just not a safe injection site. That doesn't get us. When people say, well, you don't have a plan, right? So the goal is how do we continue to treat the addiction and the problem? We spent over $70 million in Kensington in over 5 years. That's a lot of money, and it's worse because you're not treating the problem. We're cleaning up around the problem.
There are currently supervised injection sites in Canada, Europe, and Australia. New York City opened a safe injection site in 2021. Rhode Island is opening a site next year. And for the first time, the U.S. government is funding a 4-year study on the site's effects on overdoses.
There's not enough help out there.
Why does this mean so much to you personally?
It means so much to me because I'm tired of my loved ones dying. Include the individuals who are boots on the ground, include other.
So trap houses don't sound too bad, huh? Because there were trap houses. Remember what New Jack City showed you, where they copied, you know, what the brothers, the Collins brothers did in Detroit when they're the ones that they copied from New Jack City. They had a place, they sold it. They had a place where you could go smoke it. And they had a place where you could shoot up too. It was all in, you know, a hotel they took over, like in the movie New Jack City. And so in New Jack City, remember, they had a place where you could sit your child next to you could smoke it up while your child was right there. So it was the same thing. Trap houses seems to be the idea. Bring back the trap houses and you can shoot there and have the people, you know, drop off the trap houses, drop off Narcon to them. Because Narcon is pretty free. And, you know, they can go out and boom, bring them back. Bring them back. They encourage it. I say that's a good idea to me. It's needed. And, you know, as I said before, they could get rid of homelessness. They could get rid of it if they wanted to. Person of interest in custody after fatal shooting of a bus driver. God damn, why you shoot the bus driver? Yeah, Philadelphia. Okay, not a lot of debauchery in Philadelphia. They did a couple shows on the safe injection. Yeah, so what is this? Tractor trailer crashes, delay on New Jersey Turnpike. Yeah, y'all fucked up there. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all live up there. It's like it's so much crime in Philadelphia where they only show a little bit of the shooter in the national. It's like we got our own shit. We can't show a lot of that. They only did like one little thing of the national shooter. Boo at the zoo. You can go boo at the zoo. Boo at the zoo, y'all. Go boo at the zoo. I'm glad the Phillies lost. That means the Eagles might win it this year. So, not mad about that a bit. I'm not mad about that a bit, y'all. Celebrates 13th birthday 2 years after being shot. God damn. Here we go. What does fear do to our bodies? What does it do? What does fear do for you? When you're scared, what does it do? What does fear do for your bodies, y'all? What does fear do for your bodies?
Frightened. So why do some of us like getting scared while others don't? And what does fear do to our bodies? Good question. Here's Kirsten Mitchell.
Looking for a scare? Well, fright this way. It's the season of thrills.
I absolutely love Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year.
And chills. What scares you?
Jump scares.
Spiders, centipedes are the worst.
I like to see if people can actually scare me and do a good job at it.
You like a challenge.
Yeah.
I like horror movies and haunted houses.
One thing they have in common, a killer soundtrack.
It's just eerie. And so you just don't know.
Your eyes take a lot longer to realize that there's danger than your ears.
Audiologist Jasmine Benson says we can thank nonlinear sounds for sending the shivers down our spine.
Like the violins, for example. Like there's a pretty little melody and then oh my gosh, it's an alert for us. Yes, exactly. Things like that are more unnatural sounding are more frightening to us because.
And one reason why I want to show this, and I hope if anything you've heard from me, take this. Action cures fear. Action cures fear. Because if you're truly in there's a difference between, it's like understanding real danger. Because danger can bring about fear. And most people, when they're faced with danger, they get tunnel vision. Most people, everything shuts down. It gets like when Lucy, she stabs him in both hands. What does she say? You can't think about anything else but pain. Pain is all you know. Everything goes away. And that's how fear can grip you too. You don't know anything else but the fear. The fear paralyzes you. Fear can make you go to shock and can kill you. But action cures fear. So you have to react to fear. Or, what they say, you're like a deer in the headlights. But action cures fear. So that's the only reason why I wanted to show that little bit. I wanted to just oh my goodness. It's tell you what, it's not a lot of debauchery. It's like funny. They do the debauchery in Maine, and a lot of debauchery around the country kind of slows down. That's interesting. That is interesting. It's not a lot of debauchery that they're showing. Because I know it's still happening, but I'm not seeing a lot, so that's good. That is really good. But yeah, don't let fear stop you from doing things. Don't let fear stop you from achieving or taking risk. You own a business, you're fearful if you do a new product and you got to put a lot of bread out to get the new product. And you're scared because what you've been doing in the past has made you money. So if you bring something new, you might not make money out of it. So there's a lot of ways fear can happen. It's not just one thing. It's not just a nigga charging you with a knife or a gun. There's a lot of ways fear can come into your life. And don't let fear stop you from accomplishing. Again, action cures fear. You have to react if the fear comes. Like I said this story, maybe I said this story yesterday, maybe I didn't, but it's like this little nigga looked at me and he really was looking at me like, are you a victim? And my look was like, you looked at me too long. One more minute of you looking at me, and then you gonna see. And the dude disengaged. But that's what the look that I hate to say I read his mind, but I did read his mind. His mind was looking at me like, is this a victim? And my look back is like, I will fuck you up, little nigga. This dude was about 5'4", 5'5", I don't care how old he was. I would have fucked him up. And that's just how you gotta look. You can't look like a victim. But fear can come in so many different ways. But remember, you have to react. Don't let it paralyze you. React to it, And understand danger. Understand danger. Because a lot of people don't understand, are you in danger? Something happening, or are you really in danger? And even if you have to protect yourself with a weapon, during danger, you look for cover. Even if you got to pop somebody, the next move is look for cover. If you got to pop somebody in you to open, you need to go to cover. Or a way to get out. I pulled guns on people and okay, and ran away. Yeah, y'all not getting me. And I was like, just ran away. I'm like, okay, I ain't got to shoot you niggas, but I'm getting away. You surprise people because, I rob a motherfucker too. Back when I was younger, especially over dope, I'd rob a motherfucker in a minute. But it was like, motherfuckers, if the tables was turned, it's like, hey, I got enough bullets for everybody and I'm going to get away. So I'm going to go this way. If y'all follow me, I'm going to pop you. Just that simple. So nothing wrong with running away. So a gun can be a deterrent. So leave me alone. I don't have to kill you. I just got this so y'all don't mess with me. And that's kind of sometimes how you got to do it. And it's better to not have to shoot and kill a nigga and just get away. Unless, you got a bloodlust, and then, some niggas got a bloodlust, no doubt. But the best thing is to be able to get away from it, go on your business. Like you forget about it. Don't hold a grudge because they, stopped you from robbing them. Don't hold a grudge. Just let it go. Let it go. They got you. You went to try to get them. They stopped you. Let it go. And that's, that's everybody. You just want to go home. Know your surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings when you're out. You walk into your car. Now we going into the long nights. Up until the 21st of December, we about to see some long ass nights. As we go into November, the long nights start. We're going to have 14, 15 hours of dark. Great time to meditate is coming up. It's really a great time to meditate. The long night is really beautiful some nights. But, keep that in, so now, a lot of work you're going to do 5, 6 o'clock is going to be dark. So if things you got to do at that time, keep, know your surroundings because it's going to be dark sooner and longer. So know your surroundings. Pay attention to everything. And those of you that have the right to carry a weapon, I suggest you do. That's just the world we live in. It's better to say, aha, it's not going to happen to us and get away. We just want to pull off than to have to kill somebody. And there's people, they would have a gun and fear would stop them. What did they say, in what was it called? 21 Bridges and shit. You're talking about a company of men. And only, out of 11, 12 men, only 2 would really fight with effective fire. Some wouldn't even shoot. Hamburger Hill shows that, You see Don Cheeto, he put the gun over his head, put it on full automatic and just waste the magazine, just, shooting wildly. He put the gun over his head and just let it automatically go. And that's real. There are some people that couldn't respond or react. Even if they had a gun, they still couldn't respond or react to it. So don't be like that. Make sure you're ones that you'll respond to what happens to you. To keep yourself safe, to keep your family safe, and to live another day. Because what does Richard Pryor say? It's just hard enough being a human being and having to kill somebody. What he say? People just don't understand how I could just kill a man. And I like this way they said man. They didn't say nigga. They just said a man. See, you hear niggas rap and niggas is trying to kill another nigga. What Nicki Minaj said, I wish a nigga would. See that? The thinking. And, it's not no downing anybody, but, the natural thinking shouldn't be that we should kill niggas. That's, for melanated people, that shouldn't be our natural thinking, is to kill another nigga. Because that's not really our enemy. The enemy ain't another person that look like you. Another melanated person. The enemy is the opposite. And not all of them, it's not all of them. All of them ain't involved, but that's the real enemy. So, well, I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm almost 2 hours in. That's enough. I ain't really got nothing else to say. Sports games was okay. The basketball was okay. The football was subpar. I called it. So, fight is, I'm pretty sure, let me see. I'm pretty sure the fight is Saturday afternoon. Because again, they're fighting, well, let's just go with this. I think the fight is early. Let me get this right. Trying to get a time here. Because this fight is early, I think. Let me see. I don't want this shit. It says, okay, so it's broadcast on TNT Sports Box Office, ESPN Plus. What time? Okay, it is a $80. $80. Fuck, I wouldn't pay that shit. What time though? They're not giving us times on here. They're not giving us time. I think this fight is at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern, I think. Anybody? It's not telling the time. What time is this motherfucker though? So Saturday is Roca or Santana, Ramez versus Batista, Cottrell. So this fight's tomorrow night too. These must be ESPN fights tomorrow. ESPN is Showtime fights, but these are Saturday. Huh, there's no time for this shit. The other guy is 6'9". Aren't they around the same age? 33. Follow fighter. I don't see any times for this fight. Thought it was early. Let's see. I think it's an early fight, though. If I looked at it before, this fight is super, super fucking early. Oh, this ain't this ain't a championship fight. 10 rounds, that's not a real fight. If it's only 10 rounds, it's not a championship fight. It's a bullshit fight. They're not going 12 rounds. It's not for this title. This must be a exhibition. Yeah, this is an exhibition. This is just a 12-yard. This is just an exhibition. Boxing expert. Let's see. Fury, me is 1,400, so you have to bet 1,400 on Fury to win 100. That's some bullshit. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm not seeing times. That's bullshit. No way I would pay 1,400 to win 100 if you bet on Fury. Let's see. Was it 20? Be the 28th, wouldn't it be? Right? 28th. What is the time? Let me see. They give me a time. Yeah, this is not a real fight. This is not a real fight, I don't think. I think this is just an exhibition. Saturday night, blah, 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 blah. They're still not giving a time. It still does not tell time. Yeah, it's still not giving the time. So there's a bunch of fights. What do we say here? What are they talking about? The main card. So they start fighting at 2 p.m., so it's 1 p.m. my time. The main card, but the main card could be all this. All this could still be the main card. So they fight. So the fight started 1. So I don't know if this is worth it. This looks like an exhibition. If it's 10 rounds, it's only exhibition. This ain't a real fight. Fury is a huge favorite, and he should be. Yeah, it's not a real fight. It's an exhibition fight. This ain't for no title. Not 10 rounds. 10 rounds is only exhibition. It's got to be 12 rounds to be real. This ain't real. This is some bullshit just to make some money. That's all this is. He's boxing MMA guy. Exactly. Yeah, this is not real. This is an exhibition. It's not a real fight. So yeah, I thought it was early. So it's a bunch of fights. I don't know if I want to miss football to watch that shit. And I'm pretty sure it's World Series. What's the World Series? Here we go. World Series schedule. Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. World Series schedule. Friday, here we go. So the world schedule, Friday night is the Rangers playing at home. Rangers, I think, had the better record. Game 1. So it'd be Texas. Blah, blah, blah. Rangers. Here we go. Friday night at 7 o'clock my time. If you're East, it's 8 o'clock. And then game 2, prime time. You see both games prime time. So game 2 will be Saturday. You see they want to stay away from Monday, Sunday football. So they don't mind interfering on college. But you see this Monday Night Football. They're going up against Monday Night Football here. But see, they won't go against Thursday Night Football. So we got a Monday. We got Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then if necessary,
next Friday. It'll be done by, if it goes 7, it'll be next Saturday, the 4th, the day I get married. So for those of you that, so yeah, the Tyson Fury fight ain't that big a deal. It's not a real fight. Going 10 rounds ain't real. That means it's just an exhibition. His title will not be on the line. So he's supposed to fight. I read he already signed with Uric anyway. So this is probably just a tune up to get a little work in, get back in camp, So easy fight and then fight Uric. I thought he's supposed to fight Uric in December. So I thought that's what they signed up for. So, well, I'm going to cut it. I guess this is enough. And I will be back. There's no movies to preview. No movie to preview until next November. I don't think the Marvels come out until November. So I don't think there's any movie this weekend that I'm going to. And I hate to say Napoleon is going to be good. Killer of the Flower Moon is outstanding, but Napoleon is probably going to be good. So I look forward to seeing Napoleon. I'm a history buff. But Killer of the Flower Moon, they don't like looking in the mirror. When America has to look in the mirror, they don't like looking in the mirror. They really don't. They don't like looking in the mirror. And it was a great movie to make these motherfuckers look in the mirror. They are fighting in December. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had already signed for December. So it's just a means really for him to get in camp and get some work. That's all. But yeah, they don't like looking in the mirror. I wonder if they banned that movie in Florida. Did they ban Killer of the Flower Moon in Florida since they want to rewrite history? They don't want their children to feel shame. Isn't that something? Europeans don't want their children to know the debauchery they did to take this country. I mean, that's pretty much what they're saying is we want it to be nice, that we just came over here and you agreed to give us the land and you guys were so nice to go on reservations and leave your land. That's the history they want. They want the nice history. So thank you for the Killer of Flower Moon to show Europeans, y'all history ain't nice to us melanated folks. And that's why that's why the melanated people of the world are so mad and so tied and not fooled by what's going on in Israel, because that's what they're used to. They're used to they telling everybody the world to jump. Oh, we're being, anti-Semitic. But people aren't fooled anymore. They see you for the butchers that you are. They see that you really, it could be fake there where they just want to kill all them people and get those people finally out. That's what this could be. They could have made those people fire on them so it gives them an excuse to do what they've been wanted to do. Put all the Palestinians out. And that's been their goal. They don't think they have any means. They think they're not even people. Again, the Goem is animals. That's the way they looked at Goem, as animals. So I'm going to cut it. And I thank you for doing the Cosmic Slop with me on the Galactic Patio. This is Big Pontiac, and I think this is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my videos, my little shorts, and the other ones.